I think the nation appreciates the gesture that the NDA government, under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, has paid its tribute to the person for whom we are free today, the man who fought the final battle for India's freedom, the liberator of India, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. But at the same time, I wish to add, real tribute to Subhash Chandra Bose would be to imbibe and implement his inclusive ideology. He is the only leader who could unite all communities as Bharatiyas. Today we find divisive politics, communal politics played out by political leadership and parties. Unless we fight against this, we cannot really pay tribute to the liberator of India, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. I have written a letter, I have submitted my proposal to the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji that we must come forward on Netaji's 125th birth anniversary to pay real tribute and homage to him, is to fight communalism, is to fight divisive politics and implement Netaji's inclusive ideology to unite Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Christians as one, as Bharatiyas. Then we would really pay tribute to the nation's hero, who was also known as the hero of Asia, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Absolutely, because Mr. Bose, when we last spoke, it was when the government had decided to include Parakram Divas, that is the birth anniversary of Netaji, in the Republic Day celebrations. So one day earlier, Republic Day celebrations will begin to mark Netaji's contributions. And of course, when it comes to appreciation of the efforts that are being made by the Modi government, what is more important today as far as that letter that you had written to the Prime Minister? And I believe one of those demands was to install the statue of Netaji at India Gate, sir.
Yes. I had given 8 points to the Honorable Prime Minister. Out of those 8, one of the points was a statue in front of the India Gate, because that is the strategic location. You see, Netaji's slogan, Chalo Delhi, he wanted to go to Delhi and hoist the national flag at the Red Fort. So in front of the India Gate is a befitting tribute, no doubt. But as I have said, real tribute to Netaji is not by unveiling his statue or opening a museum. Netaji's real treat and tribute would be to implement his inclusive ideology, because the nation does not want to see another 1947. Netaji would have returned to India. Then Bengal and India would not have been partition. Another stalwart, Netaji's elder brother Sarat Chandra Bose, fought against the partition of Bengal. We don't want this to happen again. The country is breaking up. Netaji is the only person, a leader who is relevant in India, 21st century India. So let us rise above petty politics and pay tribute to Netaji by implementing his inclusive ideology, by establishing us as Bharatiyas to take India forward.
Absolutely, because Mr. Bose, what do you have to say in all along as far as implementing Netaji's inclusive ideology that you have been talking about, sir? Because ever since the Modi government came into power, we are looking at the declassification of files that have been happening, sir. We're looking at Parakram Divas that has been announced, sir. We're also been included, as far as Republic Day celebrations are concerned, to include the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, sir. Would you like to take a moment to actually recall all of those efforts that have been made by the Modi government till date, and rather now to install a grand statue at the India Gate?
Certainly, the NDA government, under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, has taken the initiative. As you know, 23rd January 2016, the NDA government took the initiative of declassifying files pertaining to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, which was kept suppressed over years, over decades. And it was all, released. But unfortunately, we have not yet been able to get any clinching evidence to establish what happened to Subhash Chandra Bose after 18th of August 1945. Netaji's only daughter, Anita Bose Pfaff, has written to the Honorable Prime Minister about a year back, requesting him to conduct a DNA test of the Renkoji remains. Netaji's remains, as you know, is kept at the Renkoji temple in Japan. If those remains can scientifically be tested for DNA, that might pave the way for a closure of this long-standing mystery that is continuing. Unfortunately, because there is no specific statement from the government of India, many theories, fairy tales, and to denigrate Subhash Chandra Bose, a lot of films are being made, books are being written. I think on 125th birth anniversary, Narendra Modi ji would take a step forward by conducting a DNA test. And also, there are 3 critical files in Japan which are classified. We must obtain those 3 files and see what is the evidence in those files. You see, you have to take a holistic approach to resolve India's mystery, created mystery of Netaji's disappearance. And also, I would add that a museum has also been done at the Red Fort, premises of the Red Fort. So many initiatives have been taken. But as I have said, all this would be fruitless. All this would not be effective unless you imbibe and implement Netaji's inclusive ideology by uniting all communities as Bharatiyas. Netaji would have never accepted partition of India. Netaji would have never accepted dominion status. He fought for Purna Swaraj, complete independence. Now let us work for an India that Netaji envisioned. Let us work for an India that Netaji fought for. Sarat Chandra Bose and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Bose brothers, they wanted a united India. As you know, Netaji's government was an undivided, united government of free India. And Netaji was the first prime minister of this undivided government. We know Mr. Nehru was also the first prime minister of divided dominion of India and not of united India.
Right. Mr. Bose, thank you very much for joining us, sir. It is being said it is reclaiming of history, the very same place that was earlier occupied by a statue of King George V that was removed in 1968, and a grand statue made of granite that will be installed. We are looking at the unveiling of the hologram statue that will be done by the Prime Minister himself on Sunday, which falls as the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us here on Republic.